Welcome to Gotmark76 this week. I'm your host, Gotmark76. We have a great show lined up for you today, as we are going to hear from the World Heavyweight Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Last week he was challenged by Terry Funk for a match for the title at SummerSlam. We're going to hear from the World Champion. We are also going to hear from Hulk Hogan, who was in action last week and was defeated by Dr. Death Steve Williams. Lex Luger will be in action. We are going to see the Steiner brothers take on Power and Glory. And our main event will see the Midnight Express take on the Rockers, with the winners getting a shot at the World Tag Team Championship at SummerSlam. Now, last week, Arn Anderson and Shawn Michaels were in action. Arn Anderson got the victory, but Shawn Michaels clearly grabbed the bottom rope. The referee didn't see it, counted 3, and I decided to have a coin toss. I did a coin toss with the winners being the Rockers, so they will get that match against the Midnight Express. And I have advised Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson that they will get a future opportunity to challenge for the Tag Team Championship after SummerSlam. So we will see the Midnight Express and the Rockers battle it out tonight in our main event. The winners will take on the Hollywood Blondes at SummerSlam. We are going to begin today's show with an inclusion match, as the King, Harley Race, takes on Superstar Billy Graham. Let's head down the ringside. And there we go, the bell has rung. Harley Race taking on Superstar Billy Graham. These two men teamed up a couple weeks ago for the inclusion match in a 6-man tag. They came out on the losing end, and they drew at random to face off against each other here tonight in the beautiful Created Arena, the Techwood Drive Studios, taking me back to 1987 and 88 on Saturday night on TBS. A nice trip down memory lane as Harley Race working over Superstar Billy Graham. Race misses with a punch, and atomic drop by Superstar Graham, and Superstar now in control. A belly-to-belly suplex, and down goes Race. Graham off the ropes and drops the leg across the throat of the King, Harley Race. But Race, with an elbow to the midsection, is right back in the thick of things here, as Graham up on the shoulders and drapes him across that top rope, hitting Graham in the chest. And Harley Race is climbing the top rope, fans. What's going on here? He leaps, and an axe handle takes down Superstar Graham. Oh, but he misses a knee. Graham with enough to roll out of the way of that knee drop, and now he's back in control. He has Race up in a suplex and drops him down on the concrete floor here in the Techwood Drive Studios. Back into the ring, Graham throws Race. Now Race throws Graham into the turnbuckle. Runs, charges, clothesline, and down goes Graham. Oh, but right up goes Graham, a kip up. Never thought that was in Superstar Billy Graham's moveset. Race working the arm of Superstar Graham. And a good old-fashioned right hand knocks Graham down to the mat. Race up on the top rope. He leaps in a headbutt off the top rope. That could be enough to put away Superstar Graham. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Graham. I thought it was all over there. Race setting up Superstar. What's he have in store here? That suplex. No reversal by Graham, who sweeps the leg of Harley Race. Graham now has Race up on his shoulder. And a snake eyes in the corner, and down goes Race. A neck breaker by Graham. The winner of this match, of course, will be added to the roster here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. Graham posing and Race taking advantage with a shoulder block. Now, Race showboating to Graham, and Graham with a clothesline from behind. So back and forth action here. Both of these men want a roster spot. And I don't blame them. The action here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance, hotter than ever as we are on the road to SummerSlam, taking place Monday night, August 28th, here on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. No matches officially signed yet. We do know that a challenge was put out by Terry Funk for Dusty Rhodes. We're going to hear from him after this match. And we know that the World Tag Team Championship will be defended. And we'll find out against who in our main event tonight. As Superstar Graham with a bear hug, but Harley Race trying to escape and does. But the damage may have been done to Race's back, but not enough for a shoulder block to take down Superstar Graham. Race lining up Graham. Could it be another headbutt? No, it's a knee drop across the throat this time. And another knee across the throat, and Race doing some damage to Superstar Graham. Race now allowing Graham to get back to his feet, setting him up. It looks like a fisherman suplex, and it is. Down goes Graham. Race with a pinning predicament here. 1, 2, and 3. And Harley Race, the newest member to the Wrestling Legends Alliance roster. What a victory by Harley Race.
Here is your winner, Harley Race.
Fans, we're going to hear from the World Heavyweight Champion Dusty Rhodes next. Don't go away. So the match has been signed. The American Dream Dusty Rhodes will defend the Wrestling Legends Alliance Championship against Terry Funk next month, just 4 weeks away at SummerSlam, Monday night, August 28th. But for right now, two top tag teams here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance, Power and Glory and the Steiner brothers going at it. Oh, look at the strength of Hercules throwing Rick Steiner into the ring. We have not used the Steiner brothers too much thus far in the 2K23 season, but they're hopefully going to be a big part of the current season as Paul Roma working over Scott Steiner. Now Steiner has Roma and drops him across the top rope. The tag team scene here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance is on fire. I mean, the Hollywood Blondes, the first ever World Tag Team Champions, they are going to take on the winners of the Midnight Express and the Rockers in our main event here tonight. But Power and Glory, the Steiner brothers, the Freebirds, they're all top contenders to the World Tag Team Championship. Notice I did not mention Devastation Incorporated. We are going to hear from Jake the Snake Roberts at the conclusion of this match. And Jake the Snake Roberts was not happy after last week's Cactus Jack loss to Flying Brian Pillman. Oh, and Steiner inadvertently throwing Paul Roma into the referee. Goes for the cover. The referee a little slow to get there. Now Hercules has Scott and throws him, slams him into the turnbuckle and down to the mat. Power and Glory is very much back in this contest. And Hercules working over Scott Steiner. Power and Glory, of course, want to get an opportunity at the World Tag Team Champions, whoever they may be, after SummerSlam. Now Hercules setting up Scott Steiner for the full Nelson. He has it locked in. Can Scott Steiner escape? Rick breaks the maneuver, and now Rick is in the full Nelson. He's not the legal man who walks into a spear. Hercules makes the tag, but the damage was probably done. Hercules was going to be pinned, or possibly pinned, and now Roma. He's on top of Scott, one, and a breakup by Rick. These tag team matches, you gotta watch out for the other wrestler. Now look at this, it's 2-on-1 in the ring. The Steiner brothers working over Paul Roma. The referee letting it work, and a belly-to-belly suplex. Down goes Roma. Scott makes the tag, and here comes Rick. The dog-faced gremlin in the ring against Paul Roma. Into the ropes goes Roma. And a big Steiner line takes down Paul Roma. Elbow drop for good measure. As Rick Steiner howls to the fans here, but that is giving Paul Roma a chance to make a tag. And he does. Here comes Hercules. Ball of fire clothesline takes down Rick Steiner. Not a wise decision on the part of Rick Steiner, allowing Hercules to be tagged in. Now Hercules throwing Scott into the ring. Look at the strength of Hercules. Rick Steiner back into the ring. He is the legal man. Throws Hercules into the turnbuckle. Shoves Hercules away, and there it is, the Bulldog from the second turnbuckle. Is that enough to put away Power and Glory? Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And the Steiner brothers victorious here on Gotmark76 this week.
Here are your winners, Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers.
Fans, we are going to hear from Jake the Snake Roberts, who was not too pleased after last week's match with Cactus Jack and Flying Brian. Let's go back to Mean Gene. And welcome back to Gotmark76 this week. Remind me to never get Jake the Snake Roberts mad or disappointed in me. Some harsh words from Jake the Snake Roberts, who was mad and disappointed in Cactus Jack, so he has ended the relationship with Cactus Jack. But hey man, I don't understand why he doesn't just walk away. He has said he's going to hurt and enjoy hurting Cactus Jack. So something to keep our eyes on in the upcoming weeks, as it looks like Devastation Incorporated is starting to crumble. Lex Luger in the ring with Iron Mike Sharp. Up and down goes Mike Sharp. Hey, listen, the Wrestling Legends Alliance needs some jobbers too. Iron Mike Sharp, one of the best in the business of losing, as Luger has him up in a suplex. Look at the strength of the total package, and down goes Iron Mike Sharp. Luger flexing, and normally I would disagree with that, but it looks like Mike Sharp wasn't going anywhere. Luger picking up Sharp again, throws him into the turnbuckle, no, into the ropes instead, and a big knee, and up and over goes Iron Mike Sharp. And a drop kick by the total package sends Iron Mike Sharp to the outside. Luger throws Sharp back into the ring. And a gorilla press slam by the total package Lex Luger. And down goes Sharp. Luger now in position. He's setting up Sharp. Could it be the torture rack? Sharp getting back to his feet. Luger from behind sets him up and has him up on his shoulders. Lex Luger has applied the torture rack. Can Mike Sharp escape? He cannot. He taps, and your winner, the total package Lex Luger. Lex Luger on quite the winning streak here. He was victorious over Sid Vicious just 2 weeks ago, and now victorious over Iron Mike Sharp. And wait a second. Speaking of Sid Vicious, in the ring is Sid. Luger doesn't see him. Oh, they're going at it here. Sid trying to attack Luger from behind, but Luger saw it coming and clothesline Sid over the top rope. Fans, we're going to hear from Hulk Hogan next. Don't go away. And here we are, our big main event. I mentioned earlier in the program that there was a coin toss between Shawn Michaels and Arn Anderson. The winner of the coin toss would be in this matchup. Of course, it was won by Shawn Michaels. But because of the controversy, I did say that whoever did not win the coin toss would still be considered for a future tag team title opportunity. And they will vie for an opportunity at the conclusion of SummerSlam, regardless of who the tag team champions are. They will be put in a position to possibly challenge for the World Tag Team Championship. So Stan Lane in the ring with Shawn Michaels. Off the ropes as Shawn in the crossbody takes down Sweet Stan. Michaels now has Lane. Rams him head first into the top turnbuckle. And look at Marty getting involved in a savate kick from behind the back of the head. Both Shawn Michaels and Stan Lane using that savate kick. And they have defeated many opponents here. I do want to touch upon what we heard from Hulk Hogan. Making the challenge to Dr. Death Steve Williams at SummerSlam. He wants to avenge that loss from last week. But the tidbit that I found most interesting was that Hulk Hogan said he's been in contact with somebody discussing the future of Hulk Hogan here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. And I can tell you, as the, I don't know what you want to call it, the commissioner, the general manager, the creator, the owner of the Wrestling Legends Alliance, I have not been in any negotiations with anybody other than Hulk Hogan, so I don't know who this is. Hulk Hogan said when the time is right, he will be revealed. So I'm not sure if maybe Hulk Hogan is talking to a tag team partner. Maybe he wants to go after the World Tag Team Championship. I mean, the tag team scene here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance is top-notch. Two of the best teams going at it here in our main event. Could Hulk Hogan also be talking about a possible manager? Something that we haven't seen Hulk Hogan have since the days of Classy Freddie Blassie. A beautiful maneuver by Shawn Michaels takes down Beautiful Bobby in a crotch chop, which is years to come for Shawn Michaels. Now Shawn has Beautiful Bobby and slams him across the knee. The Midnight Express were the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions for almost a year here in the Wrestling Legends Alliance. They lost those tag team titles to the Hollywood Blondes at the King of the Ring. And they are looking to get back into holding gold as they look to win the Wrestling Legends Alliance World Tag Team Championship. Up and over goes Jannetty. Lane hooks the leg. One, and a kick out at one by Jannetty. This may be an unpopular opinion. I was not a fan of the Rockers when they were hitting it big in the World Wrestling Federation. I was a fan of the Rock and Roll Express. I was a fan of the Midnight Express. I know that's kind of odd. That's like being a fan of, Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff. But the Rockers obviously had talent, but I wasn't the biggest fan of them. Just like the Ultimate Warrior had talent, was a huge talent in the World Wrestling Federation. I wasn't the biggest Ultimate Warrior fan, but I was a huge Sting fan, and that was saying something, as I always favored the Rule Breakers growing up. But Stan Lane in control and drops the head of Marty Jannetty on the guardrail. Damage may be done. Stan Lane back in. Oh, Michaels knocks Lane down before Lane can get back into the ring. Now he's back in, and Jannetty follows suit, breaking up the count, getting back in. And a slam by Stan Lane takes down Jannetty, goes for the cover, but he's right in the corner of the Rockers, and Shawn Michaels able to break up the pinfall attempt. Oh, and a savate kick by Stan Lane. That could be all. One, no, Michaels breaks up the pinfall again. Russian leg sweep by Marty Jannetty takes down Sweet Stan, and the Rockers back in control. There's a tag, and here comes Michaels. So both teams with frequent tags thus far. The Rockers, well, actually now the Midnight Express, as Lane rams the head of Michaels into the corner, and here's double team on the part of the Midnight Express. Lane has Beautiful Bobby, and a throwing shoulder block takes down Shawn Michaels. Beautiful Bobby now with a series of right hands, and Shawn Michaels has been busted open. The winners of this match will challenge the Hollywood Blondes August 28th at SummerSlam for the World Tag Team Championship. So a lot at stake in this matchup. Lane with a suplex. Up is Michaels. Michaels reverses it and sweeps the leg of Stan Lane. Nicely done on the part of Shawn Michaels. Fans, next week we have a great show lined up for you. Our main event, we'll see Stan Hansen take on Hacksaw Jim Duggan. We will also see Cactus Jack and Dr. Death in action, as well as an inclusion match. So a big show lined up for you next week. You don't want to miss it. That's Stan Lane now. Dropped on the back of his head. And the Rocker's back in control. Shawn Michaels has that laceration above his right eye and has not had much of an impact yet in this matchup, but something to keep a close eye on, no pun intended. As an inverted atomic drop by Shawn Michaels takes down Stan Lane, he won't be birthing any children in Florida tonight. At least any politicians. As they elbow by Shawn Michaels. I was just me trying to be funny, I'm sorry. As Shawn Michaels now going to work on Stan Lane. Has him up in a snap suplex, up and over goes Sweet Stan. There's another tag, so the Rockers, both teams have been doing tags, and a crossbody by Jannetty hooks the leg. Is that enough to put away Stan Lane? 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Stan Lane. Both teams have been fighting an even fight, but I think the Rockers have the advantage in the most tags in this match. Not that that's a stat or anything, but the fresh man is always in the ring, and they are in position to do it again, but Beautiful Bobby breaks up that momentum with a series of elbows to the midsection of Marty Jannetty. Now a kick and a suplex. Up and over goes Jannetty. And Beautiful Bobby stomping the chest of Marty Jannetty. Jannetty's in a world of trouble. This could be the opportunity for the Midnight Express to win this match and take on the Hollywood Blondes, who of course they are no strangers with. Beautiful Bobby. Oh wait, Bobby was distracted by the crowd, which allowed Marty Jannetty to make the tag, and a rocket dropper takes down Beautiful Bobby. The referee was taking Jannetty out of the ring. 2 and 3. And the Rockers have earned a World Tag Team title match at SummerSlam against the Hollywood Blondes. Win a match.
Here are your winners, the Rockers.
Fans, thank you so much for joining us here for Gotmark76 this week. We have a great show lined up for you next week as well. A huge main event as Sting will take on Big Van Vader. Until then, we'll see you at the matches. Goodbye, everybody.